cells, some parts, and you will usually see them on a lot of fat tissues. Could be your breast tissue, could be muscle tissue. You'll usually find these cells going up in form of tumor. So I give a very nice example. Let's say, do you know what tobacco chewing is? Do you know that? So back in India, we also have this tobacco. We take the tobacco, okay? So people do this and they put it here. I don't know how they do it here. They do it here, like this? Some people do it, okay? Anyways, so one day even I tried that. You should try everything, then you learn. I told you, I question a lot of stuff. So I put that, because people were doing it, so I thought, what is it? Let me try, because again, tobacco is just a natural leaf, So what can it do? So I put that. Oh, it started burning. So you cannot keep it. So if you're trying first time something, you realize it's not good for you. But then it started burning, and suddenly I realized it was inflamed. Okay? Now look at the way it progresses, okay? First, what happened is, my cells here, okay? I put the tobacco here. They all got inflamed. They did not like it. They got angry, right? So they like angry cells now. These are all angry cells. So how do you make angry cells, okay? Okay, so they are angry now. They're angry at me. What am I doing? And they're all turning red. And I see that and they're burning, okay? But I say, shut up. Okay? Even if you're angry, I don't care. I'm going to still do what I love. All these people are doing, I'm going to do it. And I still keep on doing it. Okay? What is going to happen? Oh, they're going to go mad and they're going to swell up. They're going to all come together and say, yo, you understand what is happening? They're all going to swell up and go try to tell me something. But I will not listen. I'll turn my deaf ears. We don't listen to our body when it speaks, actually. So I will turn, oh, forget it. What are you telling me? Only then, again, I'll start putting stuff on it. Now, again, I put, no. He says, if this dumb guy keeps on doing this dumb thing and keeps on dumping this tobacco on me every day, we will be all lost. We will go away, right? There will be a big injury and there will be a hole, because the way he's actually killing himself is dangerous. So what they do is, they come together and they say, let's change. Now let's become strong. Let's become tough. Let's not get affected with so much. So now they become hard and tough cells. Okay? Suddenly they change their form. They were soft, moist cells, they become white, tough cells. And you suddenly see a white patch. Okay? Now this is a tough patch. Now when you're putting, you have no sensation, because they also don't bother to tell you anything. Because you ignored them first, now they are ignoring you. You keep on doing it. With this white patch there, you still keep on doing it. They say, my God, this man is really crazy. He wants to kill us. Now let us all come together and multiply and build ourselves strong. And they say, fine, let's do that. And they now decide to form a lump. And they start growing. Okay? They grow because they don't know they will be destroyed completely. So they come together and keep on growing. Now let's not die, Forget death now. Let's continue growing and growing. And suddenly this guy, I'll see myself having a big, oh, what is this? What happened? Let's show the doctor. Doctor says you got cancer. Hey, where did I get cancer from? Suddenly? Not suddenly, sir. You did not listen to the cells. They were telling you, every time they were telling you something. You ignored them, then they had to do something to get your attention. And when you got your attention, now what? You've lost something. So many a times in life, when relations or something, many times, we have to just pay attention to the little things. These little things actually can be solved. Don't wait for too long when it's all gone, right? So life is like that. So understand this, okay? So tumor is when you did not listen to your body, when you were doing all the wrong, when it was telling you to do right. And what was that? The same thing. Feeling tired, weak, turning red, inflamed, weakness, collapsing, everything, lethargy, mental confusion, everything that was happening to me when the toxin was building up. You understood? This is exactly. Now tell me, how many people here in London would be lethargic, tired, fatigued every day? Now you're getting what I'm saying? How many feel actually, have drained up all the energy by the end of the day? Many. How many people actually feel sleepless? Many. How many people are actually swelling up? Many. You understand, we are actually becoming what the body doesn't want us to become. And we are not listening. The problem is we have actually become very, very, very adamant. We don't want to listen. And that's a big problem. And that is true even with children, yes or no? They don't want to listen. Forget the children. Even as adults, we don't listen. So try to learn the art of listening. And listening to not others, only to yourself, right? So, next slide. Do you get what the body can do? Isn't it miraculous? And that machine, who has it? I have it, and so do you have it. You just need to drive that machine rightly, okay? Now, what is Ganoderma? And why I'm talking all this and trying to connect you with Ganoderma? Ganoderma is an adaptogen. And when I say adaptogen, is a herb that brings about balance. It's the thing that goes down and brings peace and harmony within cells. And that's an amazing thing. So I always believe, you know, if I have to compare an adaptogen with something in the real world, I actually say religion is an adaptogen. It actually brings peace and calmness in a community. It brings people together with one belief. And that's what an adaptogen can do. Rishi is like that. Rishi, when it goes into your system, it brings about a balance within all your organs. Suddenly, most of the diseases that are hyper or hypo, like hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, overweight or less weight, or obesity, or whatever it is, that is because of high or low, suddenly that is being brought to balance. And that is the amazing thing Rishi can do. And that is why Rishi basically means the one who seeks himself, the spiritual herb. It is called as a spiritual herb. And the people in the past consumed it because they knew the life was tough outside. It's very easy for us now. Those days it was not easy to survive, right? You know for sure you're going to get your lunch now. You're going to get your dinner today, right? Everything's going to be okay, you're going to sleep fine. But those days it was not. The mind was more worried then than it was now. But yet, consuming something like this maintained the peace and calmness within. And that's what I believe. If you understand this root to your mind, starts and begins with your body, you actually can heal both the body and the mind. Okay? So very important. So Ganoderma is a powerful adaptogen. And that's why you have to take it every day, because you need peace and harmony every day. It's non-toxic. It's not limited to a particular organ as such. It works on your oral tissues because it actually works on the whole body. Yeah? Same copy. And as I said, it has a normalizing effect. How does it work and how did you ever experience? Try to take a Ganoderma coffee. Okay? After you take the coffee, you really feel something actually has shut down. Okay? So I call it like this, You take these, what are dominoes? Yes. Okay, so you place these dominoes like this, right? So if you push one, what happens? Everything starts falling. Now, is there a way to stop such a thing? Once you start it, is there a way to stop something like this? How?
You can remove one or someplace, I don't know which one.
Fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Just go a little further and remove these few. It stops there. Now, that's what an adaptogen or rich in antioxidant can do. It goes into your system, takes the free radicals that have caused this chain reaction in your body, which they are robbing your cells and damaging your cells. It goes down, and as an antioxidant, it takes away the free radicals out and pushes them out of your system, so that the whole thing, which was like a chain reaction that was damaging you, is suddenly stopped. So when you take a coffee, when you take a tea, rich with antioxidants, you can suddenly feel, after you have taken it, in some time, that you have a normalizing effect, something that has stopped suddenly, that was moving around very fast. And that is what is very important. This is what Ganoderma can do. And with the coffee, it does it amazingly. Okay, because coffee itself is rich in antioxidants. Next slide. Okay, now, we know. Now, where does Ganoderma fit in? Does it go into the drug category? Okay? No. It's not chemically, synthetically made. It's cultivated. You saw the farm? It's a process of cultivation. In antibiotic, you can say, or probably a painkiller, they are synthesized drugs, right? This is natural. Okay? Here, there could be a side effect because it is meant for an effect. A particular effect it is meant for. So there is definitely that if that effect is not met, you get a side effect. But here, it's not meant for an effect. It's for your well-being. So whatever the side effect is, the side effect will always be well-being. And that's a good side effect, okay? Here, the only thing is, sometimes you have ailment reflection. Now, when I say ailment reflection is, you can have a diarrhea, okay? You can have sweat, right? You can have phlegm. You getting my point? Or you can have more urine. That is ailment reflection. And is it good? Yes, you're helping the body's natural first phase of defense by taking Ganoderma. Okay? So don't be worried about it. Actually, it is helping the body cleanse itself. Because everything that goes out of your body is actually purifying your body. Okay? Very, very important. Here it's cure. Here looking at prevention. So never ever say that, you got cancer, take this, it's going to cure your cancer. Never. Ganoderma will never cure cancer. But it can do one thing. It can help the body become strong to prevent the spread of cancer or to even reverse the cancer that you have. Okay? Very, very important that you use the right words. It is target specific, a drug, but this is overall normalizing effect. Okay, here we're treating a disease with a drug. You need a doctor for that who prescribes that. Here it's about body wellness. You don't need a doctor. You don't need me or anybody. You can do that, okay? So here it's body wellness. Here it's man-made technology, research, scientists coming out with different combination formulas, test tubes and here and there, then coming out with a drug tested on animals and human trials, and then finally to you, okay? Human technology. And does technology change? Has technology changed over time? Is it changing now also? Will it change in future? Yeah. So we have everything that man made keeping on changing. So you had antibiotics of first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. We'll have I don't know what generations. Because every generation will make its own range of antibiotics, okay? Then you go here. Ganoderma is what? Natural technology. It's nature's pharmaceutical product, okay? It comes from nature. And nature has an amazing thing. It adapts to the changing things. It knows what to do. And so even in the process of evolution, nature has adapted to the process of evolution. And that's amazing with mushrooms too. Okay? This is usually a single molecule. More than 400 active elements are found in natural herbs, and especially in Ganoderma. So there can be an over-usage problem. Okay? Like if you take more, you can land up with toxic problems of that same drug that you have taken. But trust me, because this can get you into toxicity, the job here is not toxicity, it's to remove toxicity. So even if you take more, what can happen? Nothing. Okay? So like to tell, whatever you say, you need to first believe. I told you, don't believe me, because I never believed anyone. Before this, even before DXN, people talked, I never believed anybody. Even the lot of papers. So I made sure there was a 360 bottle. I said, how safe is it? If accidentally somebody opens and eats the whole thing, how safe is it? So how do you find that? Huh? How do you find it?
Try it for yourself.
Absolutely. And I did it. Okay? So when you know what, it's just a mushroom you ate. It's fine. Only because it is in the form of a capsule, I don't need to fear it. Right? If my friend is my friend, and I know he's my friend, but only because he comes in his army suit and the dress, I don't need to fear him, right? This is just a capsule, Ganoderma, it's a natural food, it is in the form of a capsule. So don't take it as a drug. It is still a natural herb, okay? So don't worry about the dosage. Next slide. Okay, now here. Yes, question.
You said don't believe me.
Don't believe me.
I don't believe me.
Yeah, please don't believe me.
You said I cannot overdose it.
Yes.
But when I will take more than normally I'm supposed to take, nothing will happen. What is the sense to take more?
Yeah, that's what it is. A 360 I took, nothing happened. So I need to know that even if I clean my room 10 times,
Okay.
is there a problem?
So you didn't have
No.
What for to take more?
No need.
If I can take less
Absolutely.
and have the same effect.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't need to take more. You understand? What I need to do is, one fine day, I decide that 1 year I did not clean my room, okay? Or 1 year I did not wash my dress, and today I'm going to wash it clean today. Does it make sense? Yeah, so I wash my dress up. But today I do it so much, not 1 hour in the washing machine, but for 24 hours, round and round and round. What is it going to do? Nothing. What it's going to do in half an hour, 45 minutes is fine. But how about me washing my clothes every day? Makes sense. How about me cleaning my room every day? Even for 5 minutes is enough. So taking Ganoderma, 2 capsules every day is good. But taking one fine day, 360, is okay. You understand. You better get this philosophy right. What she asked is right. Okay, so try to think, oh, I was on Ganoderma and today I missed my dose. It was not a dose. You missed it in the morning. Don't worry, in the night before you sleep, just pop in your 6 capsules, that's fine, right? So today you did not clean up your room, don't worry. Whenever you get time, clean it up. You getting a point? Don't treat it as a drug. Treat it as a food. And food can be eaten anytime. Yeah, so simple it is, okay? Now, okay, so good. Yeah, you don't believe me. Okay, tell me.
Any interaction with medicine?
No. Okay, so you understand one thing. The cleaner doesn't have a problem with others, right? So he just cleans and goes. It's as simple and a humble herb. It will only do its job of cleaning. Instead, when you take a toxic drug, which is meant for a purpose, like if you're on painkillers, you're on drugs, multiple drugs, these drugs are accumulating toxins in your body, chemicals. And the only way these drugs are eliminated out of your body is through your kidneys, okay? So most of your drugs actually pass out through your kidneys. Now, kidneys is where the Ganoderma primarily works because it actually is a natural diuretic. So what it's going to do, even if you're on a pill, it's going to see that you're flushing it out. So your dosage, like for example, you were on a 500 milligram metformin for diabetes, you will not, because long-term people who were on 500 landed up with 1000 milligrams, higher dose, because you suddenly got used to that 500 and you needed more. But when you take Ganoderma, the 500 that went in found its way out after its job done. Okay, it was eliminated out of the body. So your dosage will probably remain 500 or go below that. Getting my point? So even if you're on drugs, it's very, very important that you take Ganoderma. Okay, so if you're having a party in your house, do you need to clean it up?
Yes.
Yeah, so drugs is like taking party. Okay, doing party in your house. Mess it up, clean it up. Okay, don't worry. This is how simple it is. So, I sometimes tell people, people want to eat something, my kids are doing this. Okay, fine, one fine day, if they want to eat a McD's and something like that, it's okay one day, right? But make sure they're cleaned up the next day. Very, very important. So if we know how to live in this changing environment, not exclude ourselves from the world, but include something into our world, then we are really bringing about a change. And the thing that we need to include is the nature's gift that we have. And one of them is Ganoderma. You getting my point? Yeah, very, very, very important. Now here, what's special about DXN Ganoderma? Because Ganoderma, you can go to China, you will find big, outside the shops, they are selling it on like streets. You can get kilos and I don't know how many companies sell it. But what's so special about DXN Ganoderma? One, the process of cultivation, as Jijit told you, the way we process it, that's amazing. But the way it's been divided into 2 parts, the RG and GL. And I believe that's amazing because suddenly we have 2 things now. One, if you look at the mushroom, in the olden days, the mushroom grew like this on trees, okay? And that's how we still use the process of cultivating this mushroom, the hanging method. But what is this part is called, it's the reproductive part, okay? So I call it the fruit. But it's a reproductive part. Now this is the actually reproductive part, so this will have its spores which will go out, and the spores are hard, okay, very tough. So after millions, probably only few hundreds will actually become mushrooms again, okay, others will just weather off. But inside this tree, what is there? Is the root, correct? This root of a mushroom or fungus is called mycelium, okay? This is actually the most important part of a mushroom. This is the real mushroom. This is just the fruiting part, but this fungus is the fungi. Mycelium is the basic thing that feeds on the substrate, eats on it, and then one fine day it decides that, okay, most of the nutrient here is over, now I need to form a fruiting body, leave the spores, and move on. You getting a point? Okay? And what happens is, after this is done, it becomes hard. After a certain time, it becomes really hard. If you see a Ganoderma, it's really amazing. It looks beautiful, but hard. And probably that is the reason it is also called as one of the reasons people say that it's a mushroom of immortality, because that same mushroom, usually mushrooms come and they go, right? If you see, it was always a miracle. A mushroom came in the night, in the morning it was gone, right? But this doesn't go. This remains there. So it was like that. DXN, what it did, with an amazing technology, we managed to have this in the sac. Okay? So we have a special way in which also we collect the mycelium. Okay? So we get the fruiting body. This fruiting body is called RG, Rishi Gano. Okay? And GL is the mycelium, ganocelium. Easy? Very easy. Now, the best thing is what? Take the whole mushroom. So how do you take the whole mushroom? Take it in pairs. Now the best thing, again here is, both have a little different function. Usually in the Chinese Oriental philosophy, they considered the mushroom to do the most of the detoxification. And that was the fruiting body. Okay? So RG does detox. Okay? It detoxifies, it cleanses you. How do you find, because people will ask you, oh, is it a placebo? You tell me something and it will work for me, it could be right. You're telling, that is why you think, it probably is nothing, it's doing nothing to me, it's just going inside and coming out and absolutely doing nothing. But the way you find out if Gano is working for you, RG, is when you take it, you'll see you have an increased urine output. That means your body was passing urine, but with Ganoderma, you're doing it better. You getting my point? You're helping the body's defense system, the first level of defense system, by supporting it. And that becomes amazing. Imagine one guy pushing a vehicle, okay? He's pushing, and you see him, and what do? You support him? Do you? How many will you? Okay, there's only one lady doing that. Okay, you will also. So now imagine what will happen to this guy. How will he feel?
Supportive.
No, but how will he feel? Definitely support him. Feel good, relaxed, right? He was giving 100% energy. Now how much is he giving? Probably 30%, because two people divided 30-30. Exactly that way. When your body is trying to squeeze up the toxins and release it out, suddenly you put a mushroom like Ganoderma inside. Your body says, thank you so much, you're helping me, okay? Fantastic, isn't it? You're cleaning the house and somebody says, oh, give me the broom, I'll do that while you do the dusting. Thank you so much, That's how you need to do with your body. You need to support it. And that's what RG does. Okay, what does GL do? GL basically is rich in nutrients. Fantastic in nutrient value. So in the process of your detoxification, we lose a lot of nutrients also in your body. Okay? And that is what GL replenishes. Okay? So it's rich in organic germanium and all other stuff. But this and this together we call paired. So we say RG, GL. So you have heard this. If you are a DXN member, you say RG, GL. Two pairs, two pairs. Okay? Pair means they're together, husband, wife.